Problems involving quadratic equation, example number 2 about integers. So first is the representation. Two consecutive integers. So that means x for the first integer, and since it's only consecutive integer, we'll only add 1 to get the second integer. Then we are given the product, so to make the equation, we will multiply x and x plus 1, our first and second integer, to get the product of 72. Then we simplify x squared plus x equals 72. Transfer 72 on the right side, left side rather. So you can use any of the four methods again. Factors of 72, once you add, will give you 1. Okay, that is 9 and 8. Middle factor is positive, so the bigger factor is positive. The other one is negative, to get a negative 72. Then we separate x plus 9 equals 0. So x equals negative 9. The other side is x minus 8 equals 0. So x equals 8 here. So that means if we would continue with your representation coming from your x here, the second integer is negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8. On the other side is x plus 1 equals 8. So that would be, 8 plus 1 rather, equals 9. So our conclusion would be the two consecutive integers are negative 9 or negative 8, or you can have 8 and 9. So the two consecutive integers are this, negative 8 or 8 and 9. Two possibilities. Problems involving quadratic equation. Given the problem about dimensions of a rectangle. First is we make our representation. We take W to be our width, and let's go for the length. It says here more than, so we are going to add 3 to twice the width, which is W. So that would be add 3 to twice W. So that would be our length. After that, we make an equation. We are given the area. So we know that LW equals area given is 27. So that would be 27. We substitute W and L here. 2W plus 3 times W equals 27. Distribute your W to your L. 2W squared plus 3W plus 27. Transfer 27 to the left side. 2W squared plus 3W. So positive becomes negative equals 0. Now we solve for the roots of this quadratic equation using any of the four methods. But here in this case, we will use the quadratic formula, which is W equals negative B plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. In this case, it's our A, B, and C. So negative of B plus minus B squared minus 4 times A times C. Okay, we lengthen our radical all over 2 times A. So we have negative 3 plus minus the square root of 9. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 27 would give you positive 216 all over 4. So that would be negative 3 plus minus the square root of 225 all over 4. The square root of 225 is 15. So negative 3 plus minus 15 all over 4. After that, we are going to separate the positive negative 15 into W sub 1 is negative 3 plus 15 all over 4, whereas W sub 2 is negative 3 minus 15 all over 4. We continue with W sub 1, that is 12 all over 4, so W sub 1 is equal to 3. Whereas W sub 2 is equal to negative 18 over 4. When you simplify that fraction, that's negative 9 all over 2. So in this case, we don't have a negative dimension, be it width or length. So we will continue with our W sub 1, which is a positive 3, and we go back to our L, which is 2W plus 3. So that would give you an L equals 2W plus 3. Substitute the 2 and W with 3 plus 3 is equal to 6 plus 3, which is giving you a 9. So we have our length to be 9 and our width to be 3. The units are in meters. So that's it. That's our answer, W3 and L9.